The battle over the HST is heating up, and some of the messaging is getting confusing for some BCers, like, are retailers in this province for or against the HST? The government might have you believe they support the new tax, but many are strongly opposed to it. Dean Stoltz spoke with one business in the Comox Valley today that has even paid for its own anti-HST ads.
The provincial government is trying hard to sell the HST, even if it is a nonpartisan group called Smart Tax Alliance doing all the maneuvering. But claims that retailers in BC are fully behind the HST are coming into question.
I'd love to know how they're just telling us, yes, this is good for business, but I'd like to see how, because I've seen the exact opposite.
This clothing store in the village of Cumberland might well be off the government's radar, but it just might represent more retailers in BC than the pro-HST side, with its claims of lower prices for consumers and more hiring by businesses, would want to admit.
The more money that's taken out of their pocket, the less that they spend in a clothing store like ours. So we are a small community, and it's a struggle without these extra taxes.
Tax his smokes and his drink. Tax him if he tries to think.
In fact, the owner of this store is so opposed to the new tax that he's taken out 2 expensive radio ads to get his point across.
Take all his dough. The tax won't stop till he says no.
It's time to make your voice heard. Not in support of one political party or another, but to say no to the HST and more tax. The Patch wants to put the money back where it belongs, in people's pockets. Until June 28th, get an additional 7% off all brand name, recycled, and vintage clothing at The Patch. Why 7%? Because 7% is exactly how much more you'll continue to pay with the HST.
Other retailers are lining up against the HST as well. Right across the road at Dodge City Cycles, they've reduced their prices for this month by 12% just to drum up business.
Have you noticed since the HST came in that your business has been down?
Yeah, definitely the big ticket items, people are a little less likely to spend. You know, some of the mountain bikes are quite expensive, a $3,000 bike, and you add the HST, it's $360, where before it would have only been 5%.
So apparently not all retailers support the HST.